Hello, welcome back to another video. I'm going to keep trying to make as many as I can while this camera lasts. My battery's been really being argumentative with me because it's old. This camera's like 6 years old or something, I don't know. So I guess I should be thankful that it's still working, right? But turn that on. So I've been at Holiday here all day since about noon. Oh, did I get here at 11? Maybe I did get here at 11, so I've been here about 12 hours. So I'm tired. I want to get some sleep, but it's been really hot today here. Hot and humid, so got up to like 93 or something like that, and then felt like it was 101 or something. Right now it's really humid, but the temps went down a bit, so now I should be able to get some sleep. Stories I'd like to tell, but I'm not quite ready to get into a long story right now because I'm a little bit tired, and it's 74 beats per minute was my heart rate. I guess I'm doing all right there. I'm not too speedy heart going on or something. We had quite a crowd here tonight. Oh, hey, the fifth wheel's gone. I didn't even notice that until just now. I noticed the red pickup truck camper and the fifth wheel that's been here. He seems like an alright guy, but he was kind of making me nervous a little bit because he set up his fifth wheel and unhooked his truck and had it there for about a week. And I was hoping he'd at least hook up and move it to another spot or something, so they don't come kicking us out of here or something. There we go. So let's see where I'm at here. So I'm leaning to the left just a little bit, and I'm uphill just a little bit. I had to put together quarters. I've been saving quarters for quite a while because I haven't done laundry in quite a while, and my laundry bag's getting fuller. I've been trying to stretch it out and make it last. I'm wearing the same clothes quite a bit and stuff, and then it's been quite a while since I did laundry now. I've done it by hand a couple times, and I saved quarters for quite a while, hoping to make it to the laundromat. But it's 15 miles from here that does quarters. Otherwise, all the new stuff nowadays, because I'm old school, you got to buy a laundry card or something, or else use a debit card or something like that. So, and I haven't been in a position to do anything like that. So, I'm still old school. I like the ones that take the quarters. Life's changed too much for me. I still like to at least put quarters in a laundry machine. Instead of swinging your watch by it or something, to pay for your laundry. Oh my goodness gracious, the world has changed so much just in the 57 years that I've lived. I was talking to somebody in Holiday about some of the old shows and black and white TVs and stuff like that, and what we've lived through. He's a little bit older than me, but not much. He's a really good guy, though. Yeah, and it's kind of weird when you think about the stuff you lived through. And I start thinking about, like, my grandpa was born in 1905. He lived quite a long life, but people who were born in his time really got to live through some major changes. They started out with horseback and wagons and stuff, and then they got to see the combustion engine and cars become a thing, In the beginning of that, people didn't have a truck or a car unless it had a purpose, I mean, you didn't just buy it to go leisurely driving around, If you bought a combustion engine truck or something, it was a work truck. You were using it for something, Otherwise, everything was all horses and stuff. Same thing with tractors. I don't know when tractors came out. I don't know if tractors came out shortly after the first car or something, because I think cars were before tractors. Maybe not, though. Maybe there were some old steam tractors or something, too. I'm sure there was. But yeah, it's kind of weird to think about the different generations, because I get along with people of all ages, and I got some younger friends that I met up here, they're in their 20s and stuff. And I said to my friend Tony a few days ago or last week, if he knew what dial-up was. And he said he heard of it. So I told him about it. I said, because I was around before the internet was the thing. And I said, so dial-up was through the phone lines. And he said he heard about it, and that, that if somebody picked up the phone, you lost your internet or couldn't use the phone or whatever. So he knew a little bit about it. But I started telling him how fast it was compared to now. It was, I can't remember now, but I want to say it was like, I think it was like, dial-up internet was probably like 25 to 40 megabytes per second. Not gigabytes, megabytes. Not terabytes. Megabytes. Or we might as well call them mini bytes. Because it was so slow. You could take when cell phones that had cameras on them first came out, they had like 1 megapixel or 3 megapixel camera was huge. That was like high definition, And even to with dial-up, to pull up a picture that was like 1 megapixel, or even if it wasn't even a megapixel, if it was like 700 bytes or something. Dial-up was so slow. Each little pixel would be like, it'd just be going dotting along in a line, and then the next line, and then the next line, and this picture would slowly get stitched together. I joked about it in one of my other videos that, back then you could, if you wanted to pull up a picture you wanted to look at or something, you could, over the internet, when you seen it start loading, you could go make dinner or something, come back, and it might be done. Now you don't even touch the button. It's like it anticipates your movement. Now you just, right when you click pow, it's there, It's crazy. So I don't know what got me on that, thinking that stuff, but it's humid, and I got to get comfortable and lay down. It's almost 11:15. But since I left my camera plugged in up here, it got enough charge in it to where it's letting me record. So I figured, well, I might as well turn on the camera and see what comes out of my mouth. But I can't see it. I can hear it. Got that from a karate master one time. When I first met him, I'd say, he's teaching me stuff, or telling me stuff, and I'd say, I see what you're saying. And he'd say, really? He says, I'm a master, and I can't do that. Then I realized what he was talking about. I could hear what he's saying, but I couldn't see what he was saying. But he understood what I was saying. But it was fun having to play on words with him. Very awesome man he was. Big part of my life, big part of who I am. He really helped put a positive influence in my life in so many ways. I can't imagine the man I'd be today if had I not met my karate master. I mean, I was always a good man and stuff, but boy, would I'd be missing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. I mean, I was blessed to be introduced to him, and then for him and me to get along so well was a major blessing from the Lord. Thank you, Lord, so much. God, what a blessing he was. Really love that man. I would have died for him in a split second. I would have jumped in front of a bullet, a knife, anything, you know, because he meant a lot to me. It's funny. It's funny to think about trying to protect him because, you know, he was a master, you know. He didn't need protecting. But it was my instinct to want to protect him. If me and him were out somewhere or something, I'd even thought there might be somebody ruffian or thinking that, you know, maybe they could roll us for money or something like that, figuring he's an older man and got a gut on him, and I was in shape. So, you know, we're both cutting trees. He was super powerful then. Very deceiving. I could see somebody thinking they could whoop him because they might look like an old man, and boy, would they be sadly mistaken. What a wake-up call. Telling you right now, don't ever underestimate anybody. You know, if you see somebody that's older or got a gut on them or something like that, you know, just don't underestimate them, man. You got to get to know somebody before and you shouldn't be doing that anyway, of course, you know. I'm not saying that because, you know, but there are people out there that there's a lot of people out there that aren't that good, that rob or abuse people or whatever. Oh no, it's on the outside. Man, oh man. It's too bad some of them type of people don't run into more people like my karate masters. That'd be funny. If some of the hoodlums out there tried robbing somebody like my karate master or some of the other karate masters I know or met, that would be a good thing. There'd be less hoodlums out there. Oh, funny stuff. God, I got some funny stories there. Sometime I gotta sit down and write myself just some little notes of all these different great stories of my life. You know, I gotta start really doing like shorthand on it or something, because my memory's photographic enough, but to remember the stories and everything that happened, once that time comes up to my mind, or that story, then it'll all be there. But sometimes you forget about some stuff, and then all of a sudden it just pops into your head one day or something, and you tell somebody that story that you hadn't thought about for who knows how many years, you know. So I got to start doing some little shorthand notes about little short story references. God, I wish I had more time and income and stuff, because if I could do that, then I could start putting them in a timeline pretty much throughout my life, because I've been blessed to live quite a cool, interesting life, you know, so far, and I hope I get to do a lot more. I want to do some more traveling, though. I really, really want to travel. I want to travel and see things I haven't seen yet in the United States, you know. I hope I get to do it all before I get old and keel over, or too old to drive and go do it or whatever. I mean, sure, I've seen it all on videos and stuff, you know, like the Grand Canyon and all these wonderful things I'd like to go see, in Yellowstone and all that, but I ain't never been there in person. And I know from what I've seen of the Grand Canyon if I was there in person, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be so breathtaking and amazing compared to seeing it on a screen, you know. Heck, Niagara Falls. You know, I'd seen that in lots of shows and documentaries or whatever. Nothing like being there in person. Canadian side, the Horseshoe Fall, where it's rounded out. American side's kind of cool too, but Canadian side, that is the ultimate, and that's where all the touristy stuff is too. You know, the different gift shops and wax museums and all tourist stuff. But and it is cool. It's pretty neat over there. But that's the side to see too, is the Horseshoe Falls. And then get on the Maid of the Mist ride, go up to the bottom side of it. That's cool too. Yeah, just seeing it in person is just mind blowing. The power and the amount of water and the rumble and the vibration you can feel of it all. It is just, you know, it's not something you can't just soak in seeing a video about it or something. Even seeing it in like the IMAX or Omni Theater or something, that'd be very impressive. But nothing like being there in person, man. That's why I got to see some of these other things, you know. New York, I don't know. I want to, since I've been a little kid, I've always wanted to go to Statue of Liberty and stand inside her crown. I'd like to go up on a torch, but they closed down the torch in like the late 1800s or something like that, and because it was too dangerous or something like that or something. But I guess there's a going up her arm. I don't know how it works, but there's some type of kind of weird spiral staircase or something that goes up her arm to come out onto the torch, you know, which now maintenance, whoever works there for maintenance, you know, if the torch still lights up, or however they light it now, I don't know, but then somebody's got to go up there. So I would like to be able to definitely stand in her crown, but if I could go up and stand up on the torch deck, that would be really, really cool. But you'd have to know somebody for that. That'd be a high risk, because I don't know if that's government mandated or whatnot. I don't know if I could pull off getting to do that. I know they wouldn't do it for just everybody, because that's why they shut it down. I don't even know if you can go up it. They might even sealed it off, for all I know. I might have to go with a grappling hook and a rope so I can swing over there. Climb up there and sit up there, you know. When I was younger, I might try that, but now I'm too old and too scared. And too out of shape. And if I got back in shape, then I might think about trying it. I'd have to do that. If I can get back in shape, if I can burn this gut off me, if I could burn this gut off me, I can tell I'm still pretty powerful. You know, but if I could burn the gut off me, then I could try doing some cliff climbing again and stuff. See how I handle it now. Definitely got more wisdom. I ain't as agile like I used to be. You know, I can't spring around like a cat or nothing like I used to. But I've got power that I didn't have when I was younger. But yeah, I don't have agility right now. Still got some fairly good speed with my upper body anyway. My lower body, because I'm carrying so much weight, you know. It's probably a good thing I don't have a automatic step on the back of this camper, because that'd make it even lazier for me. So I've stepped the whole big step to come up into this camper every time. And some people can't really do it that well, and I can tell it takes a lot of their legs, but it's probably a good thing that I do it all the time. I don't go in and out of this door hardly ever. I always get up and go out the main door, and there's a step, you know, a manual step that's tucked away, but the metal on it's starting to split, so I never use it because I don't want it to break when I'm on it and scrape my shins or something. So I just do the huge step in and out. So it's probably a good thing though, because it does take some leg muscle to do that. And then even because I got this upper bunk here, it's a queen bunk or whatever. You know, I can shove this half of the mattress up to the front if I didn't have stuff stored up there, and then it would be open, so it'd be easier to stand up here. But I leave it there, and I gotta bend my body as I squat to stand up. I feel it in my legs, but it's probably good that I keep it that way. That I gotta keep squatting to get up here. If I go out this door all the time, I wouldn't be squatting and using those muscles. Man, I bounce all over with subjects. don't know if I'll ever make a video that just streamlined. Oh, I'm all over the map, but yeah, that's who I am. My brain, my mom used to tell me I was very analytical, and I am. And I know, she says, you know so many different things. She said, they say sometimes it's people like you, it's harder for them to be very successful or build really big business, right? Because they can't focus on one thing because they know so many different things, I think that's part of me. Dang it, Ma, you're right. It's all good. Makes life interesting. Well, hey, don't forget to talk to God. Talk to Him about anything you want. Thank Him for all the things that you got in your life, that you do have. Let Him know you're thankful for that. I mean, heck, you're watching this, it means you woke up another day, So thank Him for all the good stuff you have. And if you're stressed out or want more stuff or wish you had things different, pray to Him about it. Ask Him. Tell Him how you feel. And the more you talk to God, the more you'll definitely start seeing Him working in your life. That's for sure. So I'm going to bring this to an end here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Oh yeah, if you give it a big thumbs up, that'd be awesome. Help me grow. And then I guess maybe we'll see you on the next one. God bless you.